Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Cheryl Williams, and today we are back in Eatonville, Washington, a small town that I've called home for the last 30 years. Tonight, I'm excited to introduce you to two fairly new additions to town, the Oak Barrel Wine and Whiskey Bar and the 1909 venue next door. Then we're going to take a look at my Eatonville listing in the gated McKenna Forest Reserve. But for now, let's go ahead and come on in and meet the owners. Okay, so we are here with Jeff Mims, who is one of the owners, along with his wife Brandy, of the Oak Barrel Wine and Whiskey Bar, as well as the 1909 venue next door. And first, I would like to say that I absolutely love the way that you have decorated this space and kind of the vibe that it gives off. It's really warm and inviting, and I would just like to know what your inspiration was and how the Oak Barrel came to be.
So inspiration for the layout of the room was a little more about creating community. We've always wanted to have a place that we would like to come hang out. One of the things you notice here is we've got these long tables. They were by design so that you kind of get to come in and you're not just going to sit with yourself. You meet somebody from the community. Lots of people have made great friends here. So have we. So it's kind of nice to be able to just sit around and, share your table with somebody else. My wife Brandy and I, we used to go to this place when we lived down in Puyallup, and it was a little wine bar, and it was just a great little place, and they closed down. And we always said one day we're going to open our own place, and it's going to be the Oak Barrel Wine and Whiskey Bar. We had the name picked out 15 years ago.
Wow.
And we saw this place come up for lease. As a matter of fact, she was across the street getting a prescription, and I saw the sign in the window, and I said, I think it's time. I think this is what it's going to be.
Okay, and then I know that you host a lot of different events here and have live music. So if you could tell us a little bit about the different things so people know if they come in what they might find, just depending on the night of the week.
Yeah, so we don't really have a set schedule necessarily, but we try and offer many different things throughout the months. I've been a musician for many years, so I play a lot, and I've got a lot of friends that play. So we bring in live music, try and do that once or twice a month. We do a trivia night once a month, last Wednesday of every month. Sometimes we do some karaoke. We've done some Valentine's Day parties. We've had like an 80s prom party, murder mystery parties. So just kind of, we just like to keep it fun.
And we are here with Brandy Mims, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the 1909 venue, the history of the space and how it got its name.
Well, the history of the space is this was the hardware store here in Eatonville, and this whole building was the Ward's hardware store. In 2017, there was a fire, but we were able to salvage some of the original hardwood floor. We can also see some of the divots from the logger boots from the loggers coming in and out to buy their goods. This venue itself, the 1909, we named it after the town being incorporated in that year. And so the 1909 is the venue we chose. We host a variety of events. We host baby showers, bridal showers. We've had a wedding over the weekend. There's been celebration of life.
I love that it's right next door to your other business, the Oak Barrel. So literally, if somebody wants something catered, it's right there. And that concludes our tour of the Oak Barrel and the 1909. And now I would like to take you to one of my listings here in Eatonville in the gated McKenna Forest Reserve that we toured earlier today. Welcome to 36003 36th Avenue East here in the McKenna Forest Reserve in Eatonville, Washington. This is a great home and community for anyone that is seeking peace, privacy, and to be close to nature. This community offers miles and miles of walking trails for hiking, or it's also equestrian friendly. There is a lake for fishing or kayaking, and it's just a great place to come home to at the end of a long day. One of the many things I absolutely love about this home is all of the natural light, the high ceilings, and it's just a wonderful space to entertain. Open floor plan, beautiful stainless appliances that are all staying with the home. This primary suite is the perfect place to relax at the end of a long day. And attached to this wonderful bedroom, we have a 5-piece primary bath. You've got a stand-up glass shower, a jacuzzi tub, double sinks, and a large walk-in closet. I'm Cheryl Williams, your host. Thanks for joining me as we celebrate the small towns and communities that make the Pacific Northwest such a great place to live.